Previously on Joe Knows, we showed you how to pre-carve your Thanksgiving turkey. Today, I'm going to show you how to take the scraps that were left over from pre-carving that turkey and roasting them up and making a beautiful gravy. We're going to make a stock with the roasted bones and vegetables and herbs, and then we're going to take that stock and strain it, thicken it up, and make a beautiful gravy. Now, you may not have known how to take all of those leftover turkey scraps and make a fabulous gravy, but never forget, Joe knows. Okay, so here we have all the turkey pieces that are left over from when we pre-carved our turkey. I've got the wing tips. I've got actually the wings themselves I'm going to use so I can make that stock and gravy a little more meaty. And of course, here we also have the livers. Now, one thing to remember, we're not going to put those livers in there because livers have a pretty strong flavor and they might change the flavor of our stock. So everything else except for the livers. Mulled and salt, a little cracked black. And then that is just going to go into the oven like so. And those livers we talked about, well, the livers, like I said, we can't use those, but what we can do is put them in a little bit of butter. Okay, so here are the vegetables we're going to use to make our stock that is going to in turn make that beautiful gravy. We're using the basics, the celery, carrots, onions, and we have the bouquet garni. The bouquet garni is bay leaf, fresh thyme, fresh parsley, all from the garden. Okay, our chicken bones are ready. We're going to pull them out of the oven. Beautiful golden brown, just what we're looking for. And we're going to take these bones and we're going to put them into the stock pot and make a beautiful stock. Now, the bottom of this pan, you can probably see there's little brown bits here. That's what we call the fond. And that is what's really going to give our gravy a fabulous flavor. We're going to add a little water to the bottom of this, and I'm going to stir it up. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful color. That's going to give us a beautiful flavor too in the gravy. Okay, let's put this into the pot. We are going to cover with water, and we're going to simmer this for about an hour. Get all that great flavor out of those bones. Okay, as you can see, the simmering away nicely. And you can also see a little bit of grease forms on top here. So I'm just going to scoop some of that off. Get it off. And it's always on the top, so if you put your ladle right on the very top, away from the bubbles usually is where it'll accumulate, and it'll go right into the ladle. We're just going to stir those in, and we're going to let that go for about another hour. And look at that already. You can see that beautiful golden brown color. That's the color of our gravy is going to be. Our stock's all done. I've got it here in the sink, and I'm going to strain it into this other pot. We're going to keep it in. So just lift it up. Pour that beautiful amber liquid right through the strainer. I have a pan I'm heating up right here. I'm going to add to it a half a cup of olive oil. You could use butter, but I prefer oil because it takes a little bit more heat. So it's already nice and hot, and I'm going to stir in an equal amount of flour. Sometimes you need to adjust the flour a little bit up or down, depending on humidity and other variables. Okay, the roux is getting a nice adobe look. Nice and brown, but not burnt. But now is the time when we start adding the stock. Just about a ladle at a time. And you just stir it until you get the consistency you want. When it comes back almost to a boil, that's as thick as it's going to be. And I can still a little bit on the thick side. So I want to thin it out a little bit. I'm going to add from the garden. I got a little bit of fresh chopped sage for flavor. Stir that in. A little bit of salt and pepper. Fabulous. That is gravy. Before today, you may not have known how to make such a luscious gravy with a pile of scrap turkey bones. But now you do. And you do because, as always, Joe knows.